Have you ever looked at your dog and they tilted their head just slightly, like they were trying to read your thoughts? It's cute, sure, but what if that simple little movement was actually a window into their mind? Let me tell you something surprising. In 2021, scientists in Hungary were studying word recognition in dogs. One dog, a border collie named Whiskey, heard the word for a new toy just once. She tilted her head, paused, then walked over and picked the exact toy out of more than 50. No training, no trick, just one word. That head tilt wasn't just adorable. It was her brain processing, decoding, learning, like a child trying to understand a new word. But why do so many dogs tilt their heads? And what's really going on inside their minds when they do it? Inside your dog's brain, right behind those soft ears, lies the temporal lobe, responsible for sound. Dogs tilt their heads to better catch where your voice is coming from. It's like adjusting an antenna for a perfect signal, but there's more. Many dogs, especially with longer snouts, can't see your full face straight on. That head tilt, it helps them read your expressions more clearly. Eyes, mouth, emotion, and deep in the brain, the amygdala lights up when your voice carries emotion. Happy, sad, angry. Dogs don't just hear you, they feel you. So here's the real question. Are dogs just listening when they tilt their heads? Or are they trying to connect with your soul? Could this be their way of saying, I see you, I hear you, I understand? Before we dive in, stay with us till the end. The last reason, it holds a hidden gift, something that could protect your dog's health. Let's begin with the first powerful reason dogs tilt their heads. It's all about sound. Dogs have great hearing, but just like us, they sometimes need to move their heads to find out where a sound is coming from. When a dog tilts its head, it helps their ears catch the sound in a better way. The tilt changes how sound waves hit their ears. This helps them figure out the exact direction of the sound. So when you say your dog's name, or when they hear a noise they don't recognize, they might tilt their head to listen more carefully. It's not confusion, it's focus. They're trying to understand what they're hearing and where it's coming from. That little tilt, it's your dog turning into a sound detective. Ready to learn what else that head tilt means? Let's move on to the next reason. Now here's something you might not have thought about. What if your dog tilts their head not just to hear you better, but to see you better too? Yes, that's right. Dogs sometimes tilt their heads because they're trying to get a better look at your face, especially your eyes and mouth. You see, many dogs, especially those with long noses, can't fully see your face straight on. Their big muzzle gets in the way. It blocks part of their view. So they tilt their head to clear the path and look at you properly. But why does that matter? Because dogs are experts at reading people. They watch your face closely to understand how you feel. Are you happy, sad, angry, excited? They learn this by watching your eyes, your smile, and even the way your mouth moves when you talk. So when your dog tilts their head, it's not just about sound, it's also about emotion. They want to see you clearly. They want to know what's going on with you. Isn't that amazing? That little tilt is a sign of attention and care. Let's keep going. The next reason shows just how smart your dog really is. Have you ever noticed your dog tilt their head when you say a new word? Maybe you say treat or walk and their ears perk up. Their head tilts slightly and they stare at you like they're thinking hard. That's because they are. Dogs tilt their heads when they're trying to learn something. It's a sign of curiosity. They're hearing a sound, a word, or a tone they don't fully understand, and they want to figure it out. Scientists say dogs who are good at learning words often tilt their heads more. It shows they're paying attention. It means they're processing what they just heard, almost like they're saying, I've heard that before. Does it mean something important? Just like people raise an eyebrow when they're thinking, dogs tilt their heads. It's their way of showing they're focused and interested. So next time your dog tilts their head when you speak, smile. They're not being silly, they're being smart. Coming up next, we'll talk about how this small behavior connects to something much deeper, your dog's emotions. Did you know your dog might be feeling your feelings? Yes. Dogs are emotional animals. They don't just hear your words, they feel your tone. When you're happy, your voice sounds different. When you're sad, your voice changes too. Dogs pick up on that. And sometimes, when they sense something emotional, they tilt their head. Why? Because they're trying to understand how you feel. Some scientists believe it's a sign of empathy. That means your dog isn't just listening, they're connecting with you emotionally. Think about it. When you're upset and your dog tilts their head, it's not random. They may be saying, I'm here, I care, I'm listening. It's a powerful thing. That small head tilt, it could be your dog's way of showing love. But dogs also know how to use that tilt for something else, something clever. Let's be honest. When your dog tilts their head, what's the first thing you do? Let's be honest. When your dog tilts their head, what's the first thing you do? You smile, you laugh, maybe you even say, "Aw, that's so cute." And guess what? Your dog notices that. Dogs are quick learners. If they tilt their head and you give them attention, they remember. They think, "Oh, when I do this, my human gets happy." So they keep doing it. It's not a trick, it's not fake, it's just smart. Dogs love your attention. They want to connect with you, and if tilting their head brings a smile to your face, they'll do it again and again. Some dogs even use it to get treats, hugs, or playtime. It's like they've learned a secret move to win your heart. So next time your dog tilts their head and gives you that look, remember, they might just be doing it on purpose. Now, let's look at another reason. It's a little more serious, and it's something every dog owner should know. Sometimes, a head tilt isn't just about being cute or smart. It can also be your dog trying to understand the world around them, especially when something feels off. As dogs get older, their senses can change. Their hearing might not be as sharp, their eyesight might get blurry. When that happens, they often tilt their head more. Why? Because it helps them gather more information. By tilting their head, they can adjust the way sound enters their ears, or they can shift their view just enough to make things clearer. It's their way of saying, "Wait, what was that? Let me check again." This behavior isn't a problem, it's a smart adjustment. Just like people squint to see better or lean in to hear, dogs use their head tilt to make sense of things. So if your dog tilts their head more often with age, it might be their way of staying alert and connected, even when their senses are fading. But sometimes tilting the head can mean something more serious. Let's talk about when it's not just normal behavior, but a possible health concern. Most of the time, a head tilt is harmless. It's cute, smart, and full of meaning, but not always. If your dog tilts their head all the time, even when you're not talking, or if the tilt seems stuck to one side, it could be a sign something's wrong. Some health problems, like an ear infection or a problem with the balance system inside the ear, can make your dog tilt their head. This is called a vestibular issue. It can also make them feel dizzy or walk in circles. In other cases, it might be a deeper issue with the brain or nerves. If you notice head tilting with other symptoms like falling, strange eye movement, or confusion, it's time to visit the vet. Remember, dogs can't say, "I'm not feeling well," but their body speaks, and that constant head tilt might be your dog asking for help. Catching these signs early can make a big difference. So always pay attention, and when in doubt, trust your instinct and check with a vet. So now you know, when your dog tilts their head, it's not just for fun. It's their way of listening, learning, and loving you. They tilt to hear you better, to see your face, to understand your words. They do it when they're curious, when they're feeling your emotions, and yes, sometimes when they want your attention, or when something's not quite right inside. That tiny head tilt is full of meaning. It's one of the ways your dog speaks without using words. And now that you understand it, you'll never see it the same way again. Next time your dog tilts their head, pause, look back at them, smile, because in that small moment, they're showing you how deeply they care. If you enjoyed learning something new about your furry friend, give this video a like. It helps us reach more pet lovers like you. And don't forget to subscribe for more heartwarming and science-based animal facts. Got a story about your dog's cutest head tilt? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.